Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm really excited to have you on this video today. We're going to be looking at colors, images, and videos, thinking of ways in which we can take your presentations to the next level. Color schemes are really important because color schemes allow a presentation to have uniformity, clarity, and consistency throughout. You want to be sure that when you decide on a color scheme, everybody on your team is involved in that discussion, and that you pinpoint certain colors you want to use and for what reason. Are they the client's colors? Are these colors that allow you to highlight and underscore certain points and certain features of a presentation? Images and video also help tell stories a bit more than simply presenting. Images really help immerse audiences in different ideas and help them see your vision. Videos are becoming more and more popular in presentations. Additionally, they're becoming more and more popular on social media. Just look at TikTok. And so it seems to be, especially with some tech companies, that videos are beginning to be shown more and more in presentations. And so with colors, images, and videos, I want you to start thinking about how you're able to ratchet up your presentation to the next level, to ratchet up the quality of your presentation to the next level. And so in this discussion, we're going to be going through colors, images, and videos quickly. And so if we look here, I have a color wheel. This is Adobe Color. And so Adobe Color allows for different kinds of colorings. As you can see here, you can select any kind of color scheme that you'd like. And then for each color here, once you've determined that you like the color scheme, you have RGB right here that you can plug in. So if we go here to PowerPoint, and if we go here to more colors, we go to custom. Let's say that we want purple, this particular purple. And so it seems to be that it is red 214, green 81, blue 232. And so now I have that color. And I can find that color right here under recent colors as well. If I'm looking for inspiration, if I'm looking for things to mimic, Adobe Color has an excellent library. Is it going to load? Let's try trends instead. Adobe Color has great trends here. And you can see color schemes are here all over the place. And so you're able to look at illustrations, interactions, architecture. You know, if you have a client that is involved in architecture, you may pick one of these color schemes as you're designing the PowerPoint. The same thing can be said for food, even flavor. And so if you're making a presentation regarding food, some of these color schemes may be useful to you. Another thing to look at here are images. Unsplash.com is an excellent source for freely usable images. And as you can see here, all photos can be downloaded and used for free, commercial and non-commercial purposes, no permission needed. So everything is okay here to use. I love dogs. I absolutely adore them. And so if there's one photo I'd like to use here for the sake of an example, it's definitely one with the dog. So if we pop in the dog photo in a PowerPoint, we can see that we have a bunch of different things that we can click on, we can use. So let's say that we just want the entire dog image itself, nothing else, no spaces for text. If I wanted to put text over it, I could probably do that very quickly by simply, again, going to text box, creating one, and simply stating, adopt a dog today. So here, what we can do is we can highlight this, probably put it in white, right? We want to make sure that people can always see something. If they can't see something, or if the color scheme doesn't feel right, get rid of it, change it. The worst thing that I've seen, one of the worst things that I've seen with presentations is students' hesitancy to find a better color scheme. That, oh, well, we settled on this, that's fine. Keep going with finding a good color scheme, making sure fonts are visible until it makes sense and it's clear. So here what we can see is I have adopt a dog today, but maybe I want to shift how the photo looks. So what I can do is I can click on the photo. I can come up here to picture format, and now I have all of these different features to consider. For one, there's color. As you can see here, I can manipulate the color here very easily. And I'm not a photographer by any stretch of the imagination, but I can manipulate saturation here. I can manipulate the color tone here. Do I want a cooler image? Do I want a warmer image? Probably stay away from the recoloring, truthfully. It's a bit weird, but there may be certain times in which it works. This actually isn't a bad accent, but you do want to be careful about going over the top here with some of these features. With corrections, we can sharpen a photo. Right now, this is soft, and as we can see, it becomes sharper. Here we have brightness and contrast as well. You're able to manipulate the photo so that maybe we pay attention to the sentence here all the way through, seeing the dog in the middle of the photo, and our eyes are probably falling onto him first. So that's something else to consider when you're playing around with images and fonts and things like that. Be mindful of where your eyes go first. It's likely where your audience's eyes will go as well. And it's a great gut check in figuring out, does this slide work? Is this slide really trying to convey the joy, the effusiveness that I'm trying to convey with this woman and her husband, with this particular dog? We also have here transparency, so you can manipulate that as well to get a sense of what you want to dull or fade out. And we also have artistic effects, which I'd probably be mindful of and stay away from. The last thing I want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, today are pixels. So this particular website is excellent in being able to showcase videos and photos. And so it's really great, the kind of stuff that you can pull from here. And so let's put together some sort of thing for Charlottesville. So let's see if we can come here. Let's see if we can download this image. So that's the image here. So sometimes what we have to do is we have to literally find the video if it's been downloaded into our computer. And so we can come here and we can pop this right into PowerPoint. PowerPoint will give us, ways that we can feature this particular video, which is really great. What I think I'm going to try to do, though, is once again, I think I'm going to move this so that this fits right onto the slide. And one thing that we can do here is we can actually put text on top. And we can write something along the lines of thinking about hiking. As we know, Charlottesville has really, really great trails. Been here for 3 months, and I still haven't gone on every trail. There are quite a few of them. Thinking about hiking, what we can put here, come to, Charlottesville. And what we can do here, we can have this, and then what we can do is we can consider how we want these words to appear, right? We can control how these words appear for dramatization, but also to control the conversation a bit, right? Don't give everything at once on a slide. We can control what people eat as we're presenting. But we go to slideshow here, we go to current slide. What we can do here is we can begin playing it. Then when we want thinking about hiking to appear, you can have this conversation about how beautiful this landscape is. Come to Charlottesville. So quite quickly, as you ladies and gentlemen can see, it's not difficult to do much of this. It takes a bit of work and it takes a bit of practice, but overall, these are some tools that are really, really useful. You can quickly put together a color scheme. You can quickly select a few images, a few videos, and figure out where you want to put them in your presentations. My recommendation, I would look to put videos and images probably at the beginning and end of presentations. We know the middle is a bit tight with data results. It isn't to say you can't use images there, especially with executives. You may want to use an image next to every insight so that he or she is able to better remember your story as he or she leaves for the next meeting on the day's agenda. So thank you very much for joining me today on this. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to leave them below. Thank you so much, guys.